This is going to be the spiciest thing. Like, it's a spicier than spicy noodles.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's a lot spicier than the spicy noodles. So I'm in it for a treat. I can't handle spicy, but we'll see how it goes. Austin, are you ready?
Of course I'm ready.
He's done this before.
I'm not ready.
You might as well. Okay. Rogan? Rogan? Thoughts?
Pretty hot.
When you're taking it well. We're having a great time.
I'm cramping.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel, and this video is going to be a little bit different compared to the vlogs that I've been making. So this video is actually an introduction for my training journal that's going to lead up to my first powerlifting meet that I actually just recently signed up for. And honestly, I've been wanting to make this series for the longest time, where I can showcase a little bit of my life outside the gym and at the same time document a little bit more about my training and my list at the same time. Just a little background about myself. I actually just started powerlifting, I would say 2 years ago. 2 years ago, just when COVID first hit, and that's exactly when all the gyms closed down, just to enforce public safety. I was literally sitting down at home all day doing nothing and just watching a bit of Netflix too, but that's kind of where I gained a lot of weight, and I think that's when I decided, okay, I need to change that. I might just well as buy some equipment back at home and make myself a home gym. So that's when I decided to look for some gym equipment on Facebook Marketplace and also some online websites. And I was able to get myself a barbell, a squat rack, bench, and then also some Olympic weight plates. But at the same time, I was only given all of that but no dumbbells or machines. So for me, it was a little bit tough on my end because I was very used to like a bodybuilding kind of routine. So it was a little bit weird to just only squat, bench, and deadlift. But honestly, switching over to like a powerlifting routine felt really good about myself. Over the years, like I felt really strong after like doing multiple or training squat, bench, deadlift very frequently, and I've been loving it since then. And since the gyms have been open now again, I haven't switched over my style back to my old bodybuilding routine. So now I'm actually happy with where I am right now as a powerlifter. So at the start of October, I decided to sign up for my first powerlifting meet on December 4th, and at the same time look for a coach that's going to help me along the way with programming, my training, and just honestly be there for me during my meets. But Colt, if you're watching this right now, thank you again for so much for everything. I'm really grateful to have you by my side. If you guys are looking for like a powerlifting coach, I'm going to link his Instagram down in my description below. Feel free to follow him and also send a message if you need any help from there. So halfway through my training, I had to put it on pause for a bit because there was a trip that I was going to with a bunch of my friends, and we were going to EDC, which was honestly a really great experience. And I've been wanting to go to this festival for the longest time. So we landed on a Thursday afternoon, which was the day before EDC, and my friends and I wanted to see Millennium, which was playing at a nightclub on that same night. But however, my friend Alex and I got kicked out of the club because we were too shit-faced. They're inside, and we didn't even get to see him coming on. So yeah, we got kicked out, and I think we got separated. I have no idea where I was going on the strip, and I don't remember how I got back to the hotel, but I'm still here alive, breathing, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Somehow, Rogan made it back okay. Good boy. Good boy. You know what you got? You know what you gotta do, right? You gotta kiss the homies goodnight. Good night, Rogan.
Yeah. Nonetheless, EDC made up for that night. The music and production were really good. I was really happy to meet a lot of new faces and familiar faces as well. And honestly, like I feel like my experience wouldn't have been the same if it weren't for like the people that I met down in EDC. So I'm happy that you guys came out and I was able to meet you guys too. So coming back from EDC, my first week of training was a little bit rough, but the week after felt a lot better and more smooth. But here's a few clips I took on that same week. So here's a clip of my bench day of the second week coming back. I just did a warm-up set with the bar first before putting on a plate on each side, and I continue adding more weight to warm up as I get closer to my top single. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but if you guys follow my fitness account on Instagram, you'll always see me benching without a shirt. The reason for that being is because I get a better grip on the bench if I'm shirtless. And at the same time, if you look very carefully on the bench, you can see that there's a band that's tied around that bench. And with my skin in contact with the band, that band is kind of like sticking onto my back the entire time. That's preventing me from slipping around. Because whenever I leg drive just to push myself back away from the bench. And if I don't have the band, I'm actually going to slip off the bench and my entire set is going to feel very, very sloppy. So half the time I actually just take off my shirt or my hoodie and I would just bench from there. But what sucks actually is that Canada is actually super, super cold, and my gym is outside my house, and usually I work out like late night too, so it's kind of freezing every time, but I'm just gonna suck it up and just push right through it. So this next clip that I have is my top single that I did for that week, and honestly it felt pretty good with how it moved. Looking at this video, I feel like it looked like an RP of 7, maybe 7.5, around there if I can recall. The next video I have is for my squats. I was really surprised that my squats was feeling really good after walking and standing for all 3 days at EDC. But here's my friend Harris spotting behind me, and I think that this was 450 pounds on a bar. But I just know that I hit a PR for that day, and I think that this was an RP of 8. So I'm really curious how much I would actually be projecting closer to meet day. Afterwards, I followed it up with some back-off squats. I used to have this annoying knee pain whenever I squat with heeled shoes, but after switching over to flat shoes, like that pain has faded away, and I feel like a lot stronger and more stable whenever I wear flat shoes. So I'm just gonna plan to wear flat shoes from now on and use them on meet day as well. Now looking at my deadlifts were a little sluggish for me. Before going to EDC, I was doing super well with it in my training, but after coming back, it's been kind of feeling a little bit off. This is where my coach told me to start doing a deload week. So this video that you're seeing right now is actually the start of my deload week. So I had to drop my weight on the bar so my body can recover more and perform better the week after. So you can't be expecting to lift things heavier and heavier every single day and every single time. That's going to take a huge toll on your body, and that's going to prevent your body from recovering and take a big hit on your skin. So what I like to think about is you want to think of taking a step back in order for you to take 2 steps forward. So you're trying to mix up with your heavyweight and your lightweight from time to time, because you're going to be able to hit a maximum amount of weight once you're doing your heavy sets, and then once to a point where you can't feel like you can't go anymore, you shouldn't really be progressing to go even further. You want to take a step back, lower the weight a little bit more, and make a new foundation so you can work yourself back up again and even more afterwards. So on top of my training, I also need to consider my weights. There's a specific weight that I'm trying to hit right now. So my weight class I'm trying to go for is 74 kilograms. That's roughly around 163 pounds. So when I first signed up for my meets, I was sitting at around 176 pounds. But after coming back from EDC and looking towards my nutrition a little bit more, I actually cut my weight back down to 170 pounds. So I got like 7 pounds left to trim down. All I'm doing right now is I'm not following any like strict diet or anything. I'm just following my macros, my calories, and doing cardio when I need to in that case, just for me to help increase my caloric expenditure and at the same time put myself into a caloric deficit. I'm also being extra careful and not to cut down too drastically, because that's going to take a huge toll on my body and my strength too. So I don't want it to make a big impact on my meet day performance. So my game plan is I'm going to trim down as much as I can, or to a comfortable weight, maybe like around 168 pounds, and then water cut the rest down to 163 pounds. What's interesting is I've actually never done a water cut before, so this would be actually pretty interesting for me to see how it'll play out near meet day. Alright, so that's the end of my introduction to my first upcoming powerlifting meet and the recap of EDC. I'm going to do my best to try to push out more episodes like this, or more content like this, so that way I'm able to showcase you what I do in my daily life and at the same time what I do for my training as well. But yeah, if you're interested in watching more of the episodes here or just being part of this journey, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. It'll mean a lot to me, and this will give me more motivation to push out more content like this here. Yeah, so peace.